Yes, it's time for the Filmmies. And this is a part of the show that Scott was talking about earlier, where we give out 6 awards to the movie we just watched. And the first award that we have is our Ferris Bueller Award, where it's our AKA our lazy award. We give it out to parts of the movie that we deemed as lazy. Could be the writer, director, could be anything. Usually it's not something that we thought that ruined the movie, just usually something funny we wanted to point out. So Scott, who gets your Ferris Bueller Award?
We, I gave it, I gave it to the Nazgul, and we already kind
Okay.
of talked about how I don't want to say useless, but they're not great.
Yeah.
Um, but I gave it to the specific Nazgul that chases Frodo to the raft.
Okay.
So they're running away from the Nazgul, and they're like, "Oh, I got to get to Bree." And Mary or Pippin, I can't remember who's who, is like, "Oh, the ferry. We can take the ferry."
Mhm.
So they run to the ferry. They all jump on. Frodo's the last one. He jumps on, and then the horse stops. He doesn't go in the water. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. You're like 10 feet away from these guys. Again, it's been 2,000 years since you've even found this ring.
Yeah.
You don't even know where it's at. You know this guy has it. That you got to get it done. Like if I'm Sauron and I sent my goons and I found out you were that close, you're fired. Like that's lazy, dude. You get in the water, get the ring.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I'd be mad about a lot of decisions they made, to be honest. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
I saw that stupid shit with the pillow. I saw that on my
yeah.
ball, my crystal ball. Like, what the hell was that? I saw you had opportunity to kill all those hobbits, but you no pep in your step. Like I thought, why are you slowly, melodically just moving towards these guys? I'd be pretty upset if I was him too.
Yeah, so it could be just a blanket lazy award to the Nazgul for just because they had plenty of opportunities to get the
They
ring
did.
and they fumbled. So
Yeah, well
yeah,
deserved.
yeah,
I end up. I honestly should have gave it to them, to be honest. Like that. That's such a glaring lazy award. But I ended up giving it to Pippin, and I
okay,
was I was struggling with this one. And me and Eloise were talking. It's funny we both thought of this as being the lazy word, but I'm like, is this lazy? So I had to sit there for a little bit. Like, let me find the lazy in this moment.
okay,
And it's
yeah,
it's when they're in the tomb and like when he touches like the skeleton, the head
yeah,
falls off, then the body falls off, and then the thing falls off. And to me, I was like, where can I pick at here? Because this is a part that obviously is a cheesing part that's supposed to cheese you because it's like, dog, what are you doing?
mm-hmm.
And obviously, like the first thing, like, all right, you made the mistake, you dropped the head, and then the body is starting to fall, and there's a chain and there's a bucket. And to me, I'm giving him the lazy because he didn't try to fix his mistake. It's like you
Mm,
realize you made the first thing. It's like I make a quick movement to try and grab it, like, oh, let me stop that. Even if you don't catch the body, now we that's been established that it's falling and there's a chain that's going, and that bucket's about to get pulled. So maybe at least maybe you can grab the bucket, and then maybe the orcs don't hear because they're like, what was that? Oh, it's probably just
right,
nothing. But they hear 3 separate sounds. They're like, okay, that's something. Let's
yeah.
go. If it was just the one sound, maybe they could have been like, there's always stuff going on in here. But I gave it
That's
to
a
Pippin for
fantastic.
that.
That's a fantastic point. I mean, because I thought the same thing. I was like, this is a perfect like lazy word. He's meant to make this mistake,
Yeah.
but like it's still a egregious mistake. But you're right. I was like, it's not really lazy, but I
Yeah.
like the way you kind of justified it, being like, yeah, you're right. The head falls off. That was the mistake.
Yeah.
Don't double down on it. Like you gotta at least try
Yeah.
and be like, because you're right. If he saves the body, you don't know. Maybe they're not gonna all show up, move the whole heaven and earth, start banging the drums and
That's what I'm
everything just
saying.
for it could have been a rock. But no,
To,
you hear a body, a bucket, a skull, like they're like, okay, no.
to
That's a
me,
great
it's the
point.
equivalent of like you like knock over a glass and you're like, oh snap, I knocked over that glass. But then you see the rest of them all falling, and you're like, oh snap, they're all about to fall. It's like, no, make a movement. Like try to save at least one or two glasses or something. Don't be like, dang, that's crazy. Those are all about to fall. It's
Yeah.
like, no, do at least try. Like, he just
Yeah.
he just made a face like you were just like, ooh, and he just
Yeah.
held it. I'm like, all right, dog, that's not doing anything for us.
Yeah.
So
Stop being lazy and go and try and like not make the situation worse. You've already made the situation bad. Try and not make it worse. You're right.
that's all I'm saying, Pip. And I'm sorry, but you had to get it.
Good pick.
Next, but we have our fit check, so self-explanatory. What was your favorite fit from the movie?
I gave it to Boromir, and so I understand Aragorn for looting his body because his fit is crazy. So he's got like just like the classic. He's got the chainmail, and he's got like a red and gold. I wrote tunic. I don't know if that's actually the right
Okay.
word, but like a big tunic over top. And then he's got the long black leather like vest almost on top of that. The shield on his back looks tough. He's got like a fur
Mm.
cape too with like these silver things holding it together in the front. It's it's my favorite fit. It's tough, and like I said, Aragorn taking his braces at the end of the movie. I get it, man. It's fire fit.
Yeah.
Loot
No,
your
it's
dead
tough.
homie.
Yeah, loot loot your dead homies. That's the takeaway from this episode. Loot your dead
What's he gonna do?
homies.
He can't use them anymore. So Aragorn is
Yeah, that's what I'm
he's
saying. No,
kind of
that's a
nice, man.
no, that's a good fit. I like that. I didn't end up getting the same fit, but I gave it to Bilbo,
Hmm.
which is may seem kind of weird, but I was feeling his fit during his birthday celebration. It was just like the burgundy velvet coat, the red, like the double breast, what's it called, kind of like a waistcoat, and he had like the green scarf. Like, I'm looking at the pictures, I'm trying to like describe
Yeah.
it and to
Yeah.
give it to hype it up. But now I was just feeling that fit. I don't know what it is. Like I the battle armor that people were wearing, like those fits. I was like, I'm feeling that, but then I was like scrubbing through. I'm like, was there like a outfit though? And I was like, there was a celebration here, so I was really trying to find something. I was like, this is his 111th birthday, so I was like, someone's got
Hmm.
to be popping off. And then it
Yeah.
happened to be the birthday man himself, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually kind of feeling your fit, so I'm gonna give you
I
some
like it. I
props.
mean, hey, best believe, man, on my 111th birthday, I'm gonna be getting a crazy fit off. Like
That's what I'm
you're not
saying.
gonna show up to your birthday party just in walking around the house gear. You're gonna show up to your party dressed well. So good
Yeah,
pick.
I thought he came correct, so I had
Yeah,
to I had to give him some love for
nice
that.
work,
So Bilbo,
Bilbo.
yeah, nice work.
And a ring in the
Next,
pocket that adds to the fit. We know you had a
yeah,
ring
no,
in
that's
there.
true. Yeah, that is true. Next one we have is another self-explanatory award. It's the favorite quote. So, what was your best quote from the movie?
Mine is quite simple. Gandalf fighting the Balrog. You shall not pass. Oh my god, it's just so tough, dude.
Yeah, no, that is pretty tough. That was pretty hard. Actually, I'm not even gonna get into another element of the second movie, just in case someone's watching this and never seen the second movie. So I don't want to get into. We didn't
Yeah.
even talk about that too, really. Like him getting like pulled down into the.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's a major character's death, and like the major character. He's maybe like the main character of this movie, and he's leading the fellowship and everything. We know how strong he is. He has powers and he can manipulate stuff and start lights, and he knows how to get to Mordor. Like, this is a valuable piece of the fellowship. So when he goes down, it's a big deal.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's and it shocked me too because again, I didn't expect it. I didn't know. I didn't know anybody's really like journey in the sense of like I don't know who made it. I got it's amazing that all these years I never one
Yeah,
spoiler. But
seriously.
Gladiator got spoiled for me, so like, the three movies never got spoiled for me. But Gladiator, the one movie got spoiled for me in many aspects of the movie. But that's
Mm,
no hearsay. That's for a conversation for another day. But
yeah.
um, that's a great quote. Great quote. Mine went to Boromir, sorry. And to me, I think it's from when I watched the movie the first time. I completely forgot that he was a meme because I used to see that
Oh,
meme all the time. Like
yeah.
one does not simply walk into Mordor, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That freaking meme was so classic when we were like in high school. Like, people use that one does not. It was that, and it
Hmm.
was the Willy Wonka meme, and it like the was I forget the actually I don't even forget I forget the meme was for the Willy Wonka meme, but anyway, that meme was it was like condescending Willy Wonka. That's what it was from the
Oh, it's just
OG
the
one. He'd be
picture.
like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
like
a
his
picture of
smile,
him.
and it'd
Yeah,
always
yeah,
be
yeah.
condescending whatever he said. He's like, oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Okay. Oh,
That's
you
what it
thought they
was.
were gonna
Yeah.
win 3-1, huh? Like it was
Yeah.
like that, and then this was one does not simply all the time. And then when I heard him say that, I was like, oh, it like brought me back. I was like, oh yeah, I've never seen this movie, but like now I'm getting this nostalgia of a meme. So I was like,
Yeah.
I had to give it
I
the
love that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
quote for
such a
that.
good pick. Just like the memed quote, and
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great reason. There's actually a lot of iconic quotes from this. A lot of them that have been memed too. You know, you have like even fool of a took. I hear people say that all the time when
Oh,
Gandalf says
yeah.
that to Pippin. There's I don't know. There's also I mean I guess there's a lot of them from all three movies.
Yeah.
Not necessarily all of them are from this, but even like Sam when he's like, if I take one more step, I'll be further away from home than I ever have. Because I saw someone that would, someone made a video. It's like
Mhm.
the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, but every time Sam takes a step, he says that line. And it's like 40 hours long. It's so but just the concept of that is hilarious.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. That we could probably do a whole thing on just the memes of the movie. If you
Oh,
did a deep
absolutely.
dive on Lord of the Ring memes, it's probably like a
It's
long
deep.
sheet.
Yep.
It does run deep, to be honest. And the funny thing is, I see so many of these memes and there's so many iconic like moments and pictures that I'm like, I've never seen this movie, but I'm like, but I've seen this.
Hmm.
Like, especially like the moment of like when Frodo's falling and the ring like
Oh
falling.
yeah.
That I've
On
seen
his finger.
so when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I've never I didn't know what the context of it was, but I always just saw the and him falling over and then
Yeah, some of them are like classic memes that everyone knows. Some of them are some things that just because I've seen this movie 100 times, I just say all the time. Like
yeah.
the orc to Saruman when he's like, "The trees are strong, the roots run deep." I don't know why, but I just that one just sticks in my brain, and I say it all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, if it sticks with you, it sticks with you. Like
Looks
there's
like
a quote.
meat's back on the menu, boys. That's a good one. That's used all not from this movie, but
Yeah.
there's so many good ones.
For whatever reason, for me, the I don't think he knows about second breakfast. I don't know why
Mm.
that sticks with me. That just like stayed in my brain for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I mean, that
But
one gets memed pretty often too.
oh really?
Yeah.
I don't think
Because like
I've
I
never
see
seen it.
people they change it like what about second whatever,
Oh,
let's
okay,
say.
yeah,
It's like if you did something like you turned the ball over, like
yeah.
Josh Allen threw a pick and then he
Yeah.
throws another pick and you're like, what about second interception? You know what I mean? Like people
Okay,
just
yeah.
use it to roast people online.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do a deep dive on now. I'll
Yeah.
understand all of them, so now I can go back and go on
Shout out to
my
Josh
Lord of the
Allen throwing
Rings.
picks in the playoffs
Yeah,
too,
I was
by the
gonna say,
way.
if Brandon's listening to this episode, he's gonna love that aspect of
He
the
will.
podcast. All right, next award we have is our six man, aka our Peyton Pritchard Award. So this movie goes out. It's a award that we gave out to someone that didn't have a well, they had a I always preface like didn't have a big role, but sometimes they do have a big role. But they showed out in their small moments in the movie. That's the preface of this award, but doesn't
Mhm.
always end up that way. But who gets your six man? Who showed out
Yeah,
for you
because
in their small role?
my person had a pretty big impact. I'll say
Yeah,
like the role they're not a starter. Like I feel like it couldn't be Peter Jackson, couldn't
yeah,
be like Tolkien, couldn't
mm,
be like any of the main members of the Fellowship.
yeah.
I give it to Howard Shore
Okay,
for just one of the best film scores of all time. Like
yeah,
people get married to this music, people play
mm,
this like it's been remixed 1,000 times, and the way it's used in this movie too, like the the music of Mordor feel like the orcs just feel mean and bad and strong, and then the Fellowship when the music swells when they all come together they feel inspirational and powerful as well. It just this music, and in the Shire it's just like cute and fun. Just do 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 do
yeah.
do 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 do. It's the music is amazing. So shout out to you, Howard Shore.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why I preface with saying that too, because just like people be like, oh, this guy that does the score is a six man. He's never a small part of the movie. I'm just like, but no. But
The way I
I,
justify it,
yeah,
is the music is all over this movie, but
mm,
he only has control over that
yeah,
aspect of it. Yes, it's in a lot of the movie, but he only has the control of one part of it. So
that is
that's
true.
why I justify it.
Yeah. And I preface because I had the exact same six man.
As you should.
Yeah, because I was like, he has got a big part of the movie. I don't know if I'd say he showed out in his small part of his movie. But we have our starters. That's what it is. Our starters are usually the main characters, directors, writers. That's usually what it
That's
is.
right.
Anyone outside of
Exactly.
that can be a six man, basically. We're just
Exactly.
not.
I
We're
mean,
not gonna
your
be like,
six
oh,
man could come
Frodo is
off the
my six
bench.
man.
Yeah, yeah. No, we can't be
Yeah,
doing that. But like your six man could come off the bench and still play like 30 minutes
yeah.
and be a big part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like Howard Shore, he played 30 minutes. He was a big part of this game, but he came off the bench.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And I don't need to repeat any. Like you said, all the same reasons why. Like I have the specific track, and it's called Among Hen. I was gonna play it, but I don't know if maybe we'd get copyrighted on YouTube, so I'm not gonna actually
Mm,
play it. But
yeah.
it's just a song that gets played throughout, and it's like, especially an element of the movie that I really liked was just like the building up of the army, and like
Mm.
when that felt so grand, and even just like the birth of what was the guy's name again? That
The Urukai.
Lurtz,
Oh yeah.
like yeah, the birth of him. I was like, and just like how grand that was. I'm like, oh, he just like peeling out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is
Kills the guy
freaking
as soon as he
awesome.
gets out.
Oh
Saruman's like,
yeah,
no, let him do it.
yeah, no, it's
I want this
just
guy to be bad and mean and tough.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
tough.
music is so good. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of different songs for different moments, but I think the most iconic and the one that I think of is just the bum 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 bum, and like when that
Yeah,
is playing right before a fight, or like when our heroes are doing something cool, like it just inject that right into my veins. It's
yeah,
great.
no, it's great. I had to look up his work too. I was like, what else has he done? He did all three of these movies. He did The Hobbit. I didn't know he did the score for Seven.
Ah,
He did Aviator. He did Departed, and it's funny he did Mrs. Doubtfire. It's always funny when like they get thrown like comedies in there. You know, like these
okay.
like big like epic movies, and then like Mrs. Doubtfire, which is a funny movie, but it's just a funny contrast with, with
Yeah,
these movies.
yeah. Not a movie you would expect to have a Howard Shore score in.
No,
Yeah,
but classic. Yeah, great six man. We certified. Second
certified.
last award we have is our best scene. So another self-explanatory. What was your favorite scene from the movie?
It's funny because it's the scene that you were crucifying throughout, not crucifying, but you were saying that didn't
Just
work for
giving a
you
little
as much.
pushback. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the forming of the fellowship. I
Okay.
like I said, it really just gets me so fired up, mostly because I know what they're all about to do.
Yeah.
And it's just the start of this journey, getting all these characters together. You're right, there's the memeable moment of one does not simply walk into Mordor. And then right after this is when they start off on their journey, and we just get these incredible shots of the landscapes and the music swells, and it gets me so fired up. I just start standing and clapping every time.
Which is fair. So would you give a standing ovation to this movie in the theater? Just checking. 15-minute standing ovation.
Yeah, I might.
Uh, okay. I mean, it's a good scene. Like I don't want to come across like I'm saying like that scene ruined the movie for me or anything. Like literally my favorite quote is in that scene.
Yeah.
It's just there's just elements of movies that, like there's the ups and downs for everybody. Like for some people, like it's all ups, but this was just a down for me. And I just wanted to be honest. But I don't think I'm not looking at you sideways because like this was this guy's favorite scene. Like that, I hear your perspective and I understand why you like it, and it's completely valid. It didn't resonate with me. So it's
I think the biggest part, it's even what I have written down, is that because I know what they're all about to do. So I
mm,
think on rewatches, maybe like if you watch this movie more and more and more, maybe you'll appreciate that scene a little bit more because, like I said, you know what's about to happen. So it kind of just gets you excited for it. And that's why I like it so much. But like, if you're watching it for the first time, this is your second time watching it, right?
yeah, second time.
Like you're more excited to see them actually do the thing. Whereas
Yeah.
like I know what the thing is and I've seen it all so many times. I'm excited to see them do the thing, and this is what it gets me excited to do the thing, and it's lit.
Yeah. And I'll even say on the second watch, I do feel like I did appreciate it a little bit more than the first time. Because the first time I just
Mm,
wasn't just like, I was kind of like, whatever. But I'm watching a second time and I'm taking notes on it. And I remember not as liking the scene as much. But then I was writing stuff and I was like, you know what? Yes, actually, I was like, I remember
yeah.
this was the scene. I was like, oh, I remember this is the part that I didn't love as much. But I was like, okay, I can appreciate more. And hearing your perspective too, and kind of getting that, I think when I watch it again, it's gonna be every single watch is a different, obviously, experience in itself. You focus on little different things, and I'm gonna be more like locked in on this scene, seeing if it can
Yeah.
work with me the third time, third time
Yeah, I
around.
mean I think it's just fun that it's two different perspectives, right? Because I have the
Yeah,
perspective of someone that's seen it a whole bunch of times, and you have the perspective of someone that's seen it once. Well, now
yeah,
twice. So it just, I mean, that's what movies are, right? There's some things
yeah.
that on a rewatch have more value, and some things that don't. But there was another scene that was close for me, so I'm
You want to
curious to
say
see
it?
if that's what yours
Oh,
was.
okay,
No,
okay,
go. I'll
okay.
let you go first.
So mine was the Boromor's. Am I saying his name right?
Boromir.
Boromir.
There you go.
That's another thing that fucks with these movies too. I was saying that, Louise. I'm like, I'm not used to these mystical names, bro. I'm used to
Yeah, that's
Ron,
fair.
Harry, and Hermione.
Yeah,
I'm getting used to all these other names, but it's fine. I mean, there's still some weird name, like Malfoy, and all these other names that are kind of out there.
true.
But
Yeah.
anyway, his temptation. We were talking about it, and that's why I was a little bit even like hesitant when you're asking about the scene too, because it kind of it's like an extended scene, but I was like, I don't want to. Well, I'm still gonna talk about it, but like this is kind of like my part of the scene that I really like. Like I liked them being overpowered by the ring and the pull and how aggressive he got with Frodo, because I was like, oh snap, like what's gonna happen here? Like I don't think he's gonna kill Frodo or anything like that, but it got me locked in because we talked about how there was temptation with him throughout the movie that was teased and stuff like that. But I was on the sense of like, okay, I don't know if it's gonna be a flip, and then maybe it's gonna be somebody else that's gonna be the person that's gonna be most tempted by the ring, and it's gonna make them break up and stuff like that. But to see him just go buck wild like that, and then like attack him, and then him get his redemption arc after that of like coming out and just being a badass and just taking out everybody and cleaning house. I didn't expect him to get the bow and arrows. So like when he got hit, and every single hit was more dramatic, and not even in like a cheesy way, just more dramatic in sense of like it was hitting me where I was like, oh snap, like is he gonna get past? I was like, oh no, this I think we're seeing his final moments here. And that quote that you mentioned too, I liked it. It was almost was my quote, but yeah, I just tied it in with my scene when he was just like, it's like I would have followed you, my brother, my captain, my king. I was
Oh
like
my
that
god, who's
part did
cutting
get me.
onyons? Who's
Yeah, that
cutting
part got me.
onions, man? That is so. Yeah,
That got me.
this is what I would say. This would have been. It was either the forming of the fellowship or this scene that were my two
Okay.
favorites because Boromir's arc in this one scene is fantastic. Seeing him go from someone kind of unlikable to someone like a bad guy, like he's
Yeah.
fighting Frodo for this ring, to a great guy. All of this
Yeah.
happens in one scene, and the moment at the end with Aragorn, the pride and his people, he's fighting for Gondor, and when Aragorn like recognizes those people and makes himself part of them by saying our people when he's an outcast, he's been exiled. So Boromir does pride in his face. He's like, "What? Our people? You really like? Oh my god, I would have followed you. You're the guy. Like, oh my gosh, dude, who's cutting
Yeah, no.
onions
No,
gets
it
you
was
every
good.
time."
It was yeah, it was a good emotional scene. I was thinking when you said that, like, yet another scene, I was like, maybe it's this scene. I don't know. There's a lot of good scenes, so but no, that definitely that scene definitely stuck with me.
Yeah, I did. I think the reason I talked about it so much before is because I didn't make it my best scene, but I
Mm,
wanted to show it some love because I loved it so much. And you make a good point too of like the way the arrows hit him. Like he gets hit for the first time, but like we see people in movies all the time, they get hit with an arrow, they snap it off and they keep going,
yeah.
right? So you don't know that he's gonna die here, and then he gets hit with another one, and then you're kind of like, oh no, I don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
But he keeps getting up and fighting orcs. It's lit.
Yeah, exactly. Because at this point too, like Frodo's been stabbed. You know what I mean? Like you could be like this thing where like now he's just a wounded member. You know what I mean? Like oh, we got to like drag him. Like he can't walk. Like it could. I was thinking maybe it'd be that kind of thing. But like yeah, as you were saying, as the arrows kept coming and coming, I was like oh no, I think this is it for him.
And I think it's a good idea to have one of your members die, like to really
Yeah.
set the stakes of the movie. Like if everyone just like is going on their way and they're just like wiping orcs left and right and like with no one takes any damage, then we're kind of like with the Nazgul, we're like these guys don't do anything. They're kind of lame, but like the orcs actually get a kill, so we're like okay, no,
Yeah.
they're actually a threat.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, you add some credibility to the orcs
Yeah,
that you didn't with
exactly.
the Nazgul.
Exactly.
There's
Because
no
like, where are the
pill.
Nazgul? Shouldn't they be here? Like they're called to the ring. Where? Why are the orcs here and the Nazgul aren't? Like they're the whole start of the movie that they will never stop hunting you. They're always called to the ring. They will never stop. I seemed like they stopped.
Yeah, it just they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed from the pillow scene stuff.
They're
Now,
like, yeah, they would have come, but oh snap, Aragorn's there. Last time he 1v5'd us. So let's chill out, maybe.
yeah, exactly. He's like, I heard there's fire and water there. I don't want to. Maybe we'll.
That's too scary.
It's too scary. I don't know. It's a little much.
That's funny. Yeah.
Last but certainly not least, we have our MVP. So who gets your MVP for the movie?
I gave my MVP to J.R.R. Tolkien,
Mm.
who is the original author of the books, the Similarion, I think it's called, which is like the encyclopedia of all the lore of these movies. I mean,
Okay.
all of this came from his mind. This may be the deepest lore of like any story, to
Yeah.
be honest. Like every race of people, there he created languages. He came up with different creatures, different like ages of time. Like we said in the Hobbit movies or earlier, this is like the third age or something. That we're getting prequels of like Galadriel and TV show forms, and like
Yeah.
there is so much story and lore to this that is just insane. All the characters are so great, and he came up with this massive epic journey that I love so much. And Sauron is just such a great villain too. Like this immortal being that like part of his life is attached to this all powerful ring. So like
Hmm.
even if you kill him, if that survives, he can like come back a little bit. You talked about the
Yeah.
Harry Potter influence. I think that's a Voldemort
Oh, 100%.
influence right there. So like all of it is so amazing and so deep and so detailed, and a lot of that comes from Tolkien. And there's aspects of like the later movies that I know when we do them, I'm gonna praise other people for. So I'm just giving him his MVP right now.
Okay.
He deserves it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Well deserved, and just makes so sense. Like as you started saying his name, I'm like, yeah, it just makes so much sense. Like I went a different route, and it's it's kind of tied to yours. I mean, I gave it to Peter Jackson,
Hmm.
and the reason that I gave it to him is because sometimes I think I don't think it's underappreciated, but actually, no, I will say it's underappreciated. I think it's underappreciated when directors make things work. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because people will be like, people like the writer directors where it's like, oh, this guy directed on, he also came up with the story. And it's just
Hmm.
like, yeah, that's true. But like, there's a lot of times people have taken good books and have not made it work out. This isn't the first time they tried to do Lord of the Rings. Like there
Yep.
was like they made like early adaptations of like a TV series and stuff like that. They've tried to make it work in the past. So it's just like this guy actually made it work. You know what I mean? Like they got lucky with like Harry Potter. They made it work on the first try. Like not everything works out. Like anybody that can like take something that's really popular and then actually make it translate on screen. Like I'm sure there's a lot of people that have favorite books that like, oh, they're making a movie and then it ends up being ass. And then it just doesn't get,
Hmm.
it's like, I just read the book. The movie's bad. But like he actually made it work. I'm sure like there's obviously there's aspects some people will be like die-hard book fans will probably be like, oh, he missed this whole thing, sure. But overall though, the mass majority of people love the movies and love what he put on screen. So it's a trek to what he did to actually make it work when it's very hard to make a beloved book series actually adapt it well, like
Yeah.
on screen.
Yeah. He 100% deserves credit. I totally agree because as honestly, the fact that the lore is so deep on this means he had to make a ton of choices of what to leave out, like to
Yeah.
choose what story am I going to tell, how am I going to tell the story, what characters do I give screen time to, what do I wait till the second movie,
Mm.
what's a good balance so that people care about these characters, but I can't do everything all at once. So
Yeah.
like that you have to pick and choose what you're leaving out and what you're putting in, and that's very easy to mess up.
Oh
So
yeah.
the fact that he got it right 100% deserves a lot of credit, and just like the production
Mm.
as a whole involved like so many people, so many details
Oh
and stuff
yeah.
that they worked on, and they shot this whole thing in sequence for like 400 days or something like that. Like, just for the trilogy as a whole, he deserves a ton of credit. So
Oh yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
not
he
mad at the pick at
lost.
all.
He probably lost like 10 years off of his life
Yeah, worth it.
making
Well,
that
I say
movie.
that. I say that not being Peter Jackson, but thank you, Peter Jackson,
Yeah,
for making these movies.
like I'm just imagining all the sleepless nights and all those late, like just everything, like because like you said, they made them back to back to back. It's like that's such a
Hmm.
trek. Usually it takes like 2 years to make like one movie. Not like back in the day at least, or even maybe even longer. But making these back to back, and they're not short movies either. So these are
No.
long films that he did back to back to back. So I
And not easy to film either. Like, in the battle sequences, they have like hundreds of extras
yeah
that, like, it's not all CG. There's obviously some digital
yeah
touching, but like a lot of it is practical effects and
yeah
like hundreds of people. And like, I saw a fact for the sound of the orc army.
yeah
They went into like this football stadium before a game, and he just got them all to like yell some signals or stuff.
yeah.
He told them what to all yell at the same time. So instead of like taking a few people's recordings and like doubling it, he actually got audio from like a full stadium of people. Like, all
Oh
these
damn.
little things that just all come together and make the movie so great.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why he got my MVP. So
Yeah, he absolutely deserves it. But for me, I was like, Tolkien, like this story,
Yeah.
these characters, everything, it's both great MVPs.
no, it
honestly.
makes sense, 100%.